Today I'm going to be creating fuzzy sock cupcakes. I'm going to show you how to create the fuzzy sock cupcake as well as all different types of containers that you can place your gifting item in. So stay tuned. Today we're going to create some fuzzy sock cupcakes and they're going to kind of look like this. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some type of cupcake holders and some little pom-poms available at the dollar store, or you can pick them up at all kinds of crafting stores. These aren't full colored ones. I would definitely recommend ones that are solid colors, but we can make do with whatever. And you're going to need to pick up some socks. Now I bought these in bulk on Amazon. However, when it's that time of year, you want to go to places like TJ Maxx, Target, Kohl's, all over the place they sell them. And especially like the dollar store, you're not going to obviously get super quality from the dollar store, but they do have some nice ones sometimes. So whatever is in your budget, just go check out the different stores when it's that time of year and pick up some fuzzy socks and then save them for when you want to create gifts. But before we get started, I just wanted to show a couple different options. So if you had like some shred and you wanted to fill a bin with shred and then put a fuzzy sock cupcake inside of a container like this, they sell these at Walmart, and you could maybe put a bow on the top of the handle here. And then there's also like a matching one that looks like a treat or dessert holder that you could absolutely fill with some shred and then put the fuzzy sock cupcakes in it. So I'm just gonna show you that the container would hold about 4 cupcakes, and I would just throw some shred in there and pop your cupcakes in there and then put this on top, maybe tie some ribbon around it, and you're good to go. There's also these treat boxes. These do not have a clear lid, so I wouldn't really recommend these if you want to really show off what you're creating. I would recommend getting the ones that have the clear lid on them. And then they also have bigger ones, so you would really have to kind of stack up your fuzzy sock cupcake with some shred in the bottom of the box to really give it some lift so that you can see the top of the cupcake. And then they have different sizes. You can get them in different patterns. I really like this black and white one. It's cute. It actually has a cupcake on it, and it says things like full of flavor and joy, sugary, so delicious. It's really cute, and sweet frosted cupcakes. So I think that this is so cute. This is what I'm going to use for our project today. But I also have just taken like a coffee mug and threw some shred in it and made the little fuzzy sock cupcake. And on this one, I actually had cupcake toppers, and I put that little cupcake topper that looks like a cupcake on it. And I just thought it was super cute. I'm gonna give this away to one of my friends one of these days. And then there's also the treat boxes that are like this size for just 4 cupcakes in the paper containers like these. So let's go ahead and get started with our project today. Besides needing the fuzzy socks, a container, and these little fuzzy pom-poms, you're gonna need some clear hair ties or clear rubber bands. I'm gonna cut the tags off of my fuzzy socks. The other thing that would be handy to have is some shred, and you can pick these up at the dollar store, or I often see them at Michael's. It's just a little more pricey at Michael's, but if you happen to go to a Dollar Tree in your area, they usually have shred like this. Okay, so first thing, I'm gonna actually get my box prepped and ready. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some shred down in the bottom. I'm taking the inside of the cupcake box holder that kind of holds the walls out, and it's also going to hold your cupcakes in place. And then I'm going to kind of fill along the edges. So where you see the white is where you want to take the shred and just kind of fill it in. So along the back and the front and the sides. Try to cover that white cupcake holder and divider. Okay. I will fill it in further as I need to once I create my fuzzy sock cupcakes, but for the most part it's ready. I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to work on creating my fuzzy socks. I do want to mention that these are also an awesome Christmas gift, or like if you're having a Christmas party, that this is like a cute little like party favor to create. This one I have like a red, green, white, and gold kind of theme going on, so it'd be perfect for Christmas time. And I just have a nice little cello bag and tied it with a ribbon, and then I just wrote fuzzy sock cupcake, ingredients, 1 pair fuzzy sock, 1 size fits most. So let's get started on our first fuzzy sock cupcake. So 1 sock is going to be 1 cupcake. So we have 3 pairs of socks to create 6 fuzzy sock cupcakes. And when you have the heel that kind of sticks out like that, I like to make it in the middle. So you're going to want to fold your socks so that they're in half where the heel part is going to be hidden, because what we're going to then do is fold it in half like that. Okay, so go ahead and get all your socks prepped so that the heel is flat, and we're going to be able to fold and hide that heel part. And this fuzzy sock cupcake gift can go a long way. It can be just a just because gift if you know one of your friends is having a downtime in their life and you just maybe drop it off on their doorstep or send it in the mail, or if it's a coworker, drop it off on their desk. And it's an awesome way to bring a smile to someone's day. It's also a great gift for someone that's maybe going through chemotherapy and just something cozy to keep their feet warm while they're going in to get their chemo treatments. It's also a great gift for Christmas or for party favors if you're just creating the little individual size ones. So this fuzzy sock cupcake gift is just endless. I even had like you could give it to your kids' bus drivers or teachers. It's just a cute, sweet little, sweet, pun intended, a sweet little way to just show someone that you appreciate them or care about them. So let's get these other ones out of the way for now. We got them all ready. So what you're gonna do is you're going to fold in half, and then I like to fold from the end that you would actually, the open end that you would actually stick your foot in. So the open end, I like to hide that, so I kind of curl it. And then this is going to be the top of the fuzzy sock cupcake, not the open edge part down there. It's going to be nice and smooth and thick and look like frosting. And you're going to unevenly but tightly roll it. And then we're going to take our clear hair ties or clear rubber bands. I like to do at least 3 so that we have a nice little backup in case one snaps and breaks. But if you want to do more than that, feel free. And then you just kind of play around, smush it down. And then I'm going to put a little like cherry on top of the cupcake. I'm gonna smush it down in there. And then we're gonna stick it into our cupcake holder. And voila, we have one cupcake done and ready to go. I'm going to continue this process to complete all 6. So you're going to fold in half, make sure that that heel side is on the inside, and then you're going to roll tightly from the open end side of the sock and leave the toe for the end. And you're gonna roll tightly and unevenly so that you're kind of growing a little fullness to the cupcake. It's very similar to creating like a flower sock. However, you're gonna plump it up and zhuzh it up just a little differently than you would a flower. And then I'm gonna take this little cherry on top, kind of pop it in there. And I'm gonna stick it in my cupcake holder. Aren't they cute? So are you guys getting the hang of it? It's not very hard, but it is such a heartfelt, warm gift to give to someone. So how are you guys doing today? How's everybody in my YouTube community doing? What are you guys working on creating? These are awesome for party favors too. You could get like boy socks, and it doesn't have to be fuzzy socks. And like if you have boys or girls, you could get some like Barbie themed socks or Minecraft socks and create these little individual cupcakes and send them home for party favors to the guests at your kids' birthdays. I noticed, unfortunately, I don't have any more pink, so I'm gonna have to do purple or blue in these. Let me see here. I think I'm gonna do blue. That looks better. Okay, now when I do place these inside of the container, I always try to keep the side that had the toe to the back. So that's kind of like the back of the cupcake, and then you're gonna see this as the front. So I'm gonna bring my box over here, and I'm gonna start snugging these in here. And you can put them like in even order, or you can mismatch them like I'm doing. I'm not gonna put the same colors together. You just stick it down into the cupcake holder. And the initial shred that you put in the bottom kind of helps give them a little bit of a lift. And then obviously the extra that I had you put over the white part is kind of hiding the white cupcake holder part and makes it look more aesthetically pleasing. I'm gonna take a little extra shred and just kind of fill it in where I see a lot of white sticking out. And there you have it. Aren't they so cute? Now, if you want to just leave it at that, you could just take a piece of Scotch tape and just tape the box closed. Or if you want to up your game a little, I'll show you what I do. And it will require a hot glue gun. Okay, so I have my hot glue gun plugged in, ready to go. What you're gonna need is some tulle. You can use tulle or ribbon. I just think that tulle is great because it has a little bit of stretchy quality to it, but it's also sheer so that it's not gonna hide the gift that you're wanting to really put on display. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the tulle and kind of put it under the corner, and you're gonna wrap it around. So let me move this back up a little bit. And then you wrap it underneath, and you're gonna tie it. And then retie it. Now these boxes are really slippery, so most likely your tulle is not going to stand there, and this is going to slide right back off. That's why I suggest using the hot glue gun. If you get lucky and you know how to tie it just right to where it's not going to pop off, or you're not worried about the tulle sliding off of your box, then you won't need the glue gun or glue. In my experience, after making tons and tons of these, I just prefer to hot glue that bow on there. And I'm gonna see if I have a little cupcake sticker that I can put on there to accentuate the cupcake theme that we've got going. Okay, so I think I got these from Joann or Michael's, but I'm pretty sure it was Joann that I got these cute little cupcake stickers. Okay, so hopefully my hot glue gun is ready to go. And I'm just gonna put a little dab on the actual tulle itself. And then I'm gonna press and hold it down to my box. And this particular box is really kind of like slippery on the outside, so I really want to hold it there nicely. This is more, the craft boxes I think aren't as like shiny, and so the glue adheres a lot nicer and easier to these craft boxes. Looks like it's holding pretty good. Okay, this is a sticker, but I'm still gonna put a little extra dab of hot glue to make sure that it stays on there. I'm just gonna pop that on the bow. Isn't that sweet? Now, if that's where you want to stop, then great. If not, I'm going to show you one little thing that you can add to your gift. Okay, so if you go into Design Space, you can just search cupcake and size down to what size you would want. Let me measure this. This is about two and a half inches high and about 1 3/4 wide. I'm gonna slide that through. Now I still have my hot glue gun on because I'm going to use it to adhere this to the box. So if you're crafting along with this video, then make sure that your hot glue gun is still on and ready to go. Now what you can do with this is, I have my business, my Etsy shop name on this, but you can put to and from and just write on it. And then on the other side, if you want to do something fun, you can have your Cricut Maker actually do the writing for you. I'm just going to hand write fuzzy cupcakes. And then I'm going to write ingredients. One pair fuzzy socks. Okay, I also grabbed a rhinestone because I'm really big on finishing and I don't like the way that that knot is. So before I even glue it on to my box, I'm gonna put a little dab on the ribbon and I'm gonna press this rhinestone on there. I feel like things like this just go extra and above and just make it look more professional and like you put more time and thought into the gift that you're giving. Okay, now we're gonna put a little dab on the back of the rhinestone and the ribbon, and then we're gonna press it on the back of the box. So I like to put it behind the bow part. Let me see if I can flip this up while I'm pressing. This hot glue gets a little stringy, I know. I like to hold that on there for quite some time because this is, like I said, an extra smooth and shiny box, so it's a little harder to get that hot glue to really adhere. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So we've got this cute little cupcake. You could write to and from, and you could write something on the back side, whatever you feel like. And this is our finished product, a fuzzy sock cupcake gift. I hope that you found some benefit from this video. If you have, make sure that you give it a like. I appreciate you joining me, and I hope that you stick around and subscribe for future gift tutorial and crafting tutorial videos. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.